Greetings, it's the Pillar Nexus Ancient Gladiator with more Pillar Loves tabletop games with a game I really love, Neuroshima Hex. This is actually the previous edition. It's currently on to version 3.0, but I like having this one for now. In Neuroshima Hex, you'll have your faction with very helpful faction reminder card, all the stuff you can do, and hit background strategies and all that. At the start of the game, you will have your headquarters, which you will place in the main area of the board. You'll have your stack of tiles shuffled. And the flow of the game will be as follows. Setting up. The randomly determined first player will place their headquarters somewhere. The second player will place their headquarters somewhere. Right there, yeah. The first player will draw one tile and decide whether to deploy it, or hold on to it, or discard it. Say, the way it's facing does matter, because ranged attack going that way, and that way. Units that are placed adjacent to the headquarters will gain special bonuses depending on what faction it is. So for this one, it'll get one extra ranged attack. For this one, units to strike at a given initiative will strike again at the initiative that's one less. So the second player will draw two. There are also action tiles to do things like move units around or start battles. Normally a battle starts by filling up the area. And then there's also modules, which are placed out, and anything attached by arrow gets the bonus. So on like a future turn, for example, I have out this unit. It's attacking at a higher initiative now. After those first two turns, players will then draw until they have a total of 3 tiles in hand, and then they will have to discard one of them. It's having to make that tough choice every round. That's part of what makes the strategy in this game interesting. But players will just continue drawing, placing, using tiles until someone's stack runs out, at which point every other player gets one last turn. Or someone's headquarters is dropped from 20 health to 0. And it's pretty much the game. The base game has 4 factions. Moloch, the Outpost, Morgo, and the Hegemony. I have one expansion for the game, Babel 13, which adds New York and Neo Jungle, as well as adding scenarios that utilize terrain with various effects. And then the game can potentially be played with all 6 of those factions. But then you'd have to use some of the terrain tokens to expand it out to have more space. Or you can do the lazy thing and just use the red ring on there around the outside. It's hard. It'll be harder to fill up the map that way, but it's the quick and easy solution. So why do I love this game? It's fast. I say it a lot, but a game that you can get through quickly, where people can make decisions like that, and just go player, and just go fast. It means a lot. You know, when you're trying to get through a game in the evening, and players are stuck trying to figure out their options. It's nice to have a game where the options are pretty easy to understand, and you eventually get into this mind of priority of, okay, I know this is exactly what I need to do. I really don't need this other thing, so I'm going to discard it and do what I need to do. It's fairly simple. There's stuff like melee attacks, ranged attacks, armor, which produces ranged attacks, nets, which disable the things that they're attached to stop them from attacking or providing bonuses, and instant actions for doing various stuff. Like as I've also said, it's got a third version. Whichever version you go for it, play it. I'm really curious on the RPG that apparently this is based on. It is. Let's see here. It is the Neuroshima RPG, and I'd like to check that out at some point. I have all these RPG books that I just love reading for the hell of it, and as much as I'd like to pick that up someday, I'm just really, really happy with this game. So this has been Pillar Nexus. Thank you for watching. See you next time.